All right. Producer's log number 3. Today is Monday, November 5th. It's about 10:15 in the morning. So I've got a couple of random topics that I want to talk about today. Today's going to be kind of just a gentle one. I'm going to be working around the area and getting ready for the elections tonight. I'm going to be working for PBS. So I've got a couple of tests that I need to do with this vlog setup, and hopefully any viewers that pop on, they're going to help us out. The idea is I've got a couple of extra cameras set up and testing out an HDMI switcher. It's just one that I happen to have around. It's not meant for this, so I think there's going to be a little bit of a delay and even some time where the stream is like down for a split second, and then it clips over to the other camera. But we'll see what happens there. I'm going to use that as a bit of a test. So we'll figure this out together, and hopefully you'll let me know how it looks. Let's see. There we go. Just making sure I've got all my ducks in a row here. I've got a little tablet that I've set up so that I can monitor the stream next to us. And otherwise, I'm going to be testing some new microphones too. So because I've got some new cameras and I want to test some things with those, I'm going to have to, let's see. I'm going to have to use a different microphone setup. The microphone that I currently have is that little Best FU smartphone microphone. You can find that on Amazon. I got to figure out a way to get links into these things. Maybe I could have those queued up for the background. Okay, there we go. All right, so I've been using this microphone for the past 2 streams. We've had a little experience there. We can see what we think with that. I'm going to include some clips from those streams in a review that I'm doing for the company. I'm going to compare it to the Rode Video Micro. That's the one. I always feel like I'm flubbing that. But yeah, the Rode Video Micro, which is basically the same thing. It's got almost an identical capsule. You'll see it in the review. Check it out on our YouTube channel. Link is down below. All right, so the new microphone sounds like this. Let's switch over quick. Hello there. So, hopefully this works because I want to be able to walk around with it. The idea is I've got this little wireless pack right here. I can see on my input that it's recording. So if the audio goes dead, hopefully I'll remember to look over and actually notice if that light is going. Excuse me. Ooh. Yeah, so we're using a Pixel wireless pack. I've used them. I showed you the Pixel transmitter before, or sorry, the receiver, which I had on my FS5 for a little while. Yeah, had it on my FS5 for a little while, and it was working pretty good. If it starts to get out of range or too much stuff gets in the way, though, it starts to crackle and pop and lose some connection. But that's kind of to be expected. It was a set of 2 body packs and 1 receiver. Both come mixed down as a mono stereo signal, but it's like mixed down. It's, they aren't split left and right, which would be really nice. But you would have to do post-production to use the stuff. So I guess for live situations, it works pretty well. So we have the transmitter set up over here. Oh, pick that up for you. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Probably can't focus that close. Anyway, we have the transmitter set up there. We're also shooting in 30 frames a second today so that we can match all the other cameras. So I'm going to be able to walk around and kind of show you some stuff that we're working on. And yeah, I'll get that started in a second. I'm going to see if I can wait for some more people to pop on here. But yeah, let's see here. Make sure that's all working. Sweet. Okay, yeah, we're good. Beautiful. Oh yeah, I was gonna get our list out. That's what I was gonna do. So we have a list of tests today on our note. Let's take a look here. Lavalier test is what we're doing right now. Hopefully it works out. I'm going to take a little bit of a walk around later, but that's when I'm going to show you the cameras. The multicam test, I'm using a Rocketfish HDMI 3D. It's a 4-to-1 splitter. You can select with this little remote. It goes into an AverMedia 2 Plus 4K. It's a live gamer portable is what it's called. I'm curious to use this in a portable setting. I have a laptop that I think could run this. Welcome viewers, appreciate you joining the stream. Right now I'm testing on a lavalier mic from Pixel. So let me know in the comments what the sound is like, if it's clipping or dropping out at all. It's a wireless body pack. So the idea is I want to be able to walk around and kind of do some stuff. Actually, if you guys are on right now, or ladies and gentlemen, I should say, people, beings, whoever's watching us. Let's see. I've got a multicam setup that I'm trying to test out. I want to see what it looks like and get your feedback on what the quality is like and how long the delay is, if it's just completely unusable or if it's actually possible. Let me know in the comments. I have a little comment box up there so I can check on it and take a look every now and then. You'll see me, looking up there all the time. But let's get straight to the test. Here is this is camera 1 right now. This is on my desk. We're kind of sitting here just chilling out. This is not my place. I wish. Maybe one day, but that's a pipe dream for now. But so this is a family place. I'm working here, and I've got a desk set up for now. This is kind of my office and my studio for now. We will get to see a little bit more of it on these other cameras. Let's check out camera 2. So I'm going to press the button in 3, 2, 1. There's a significant delay. All right. So camera 2 is way up there. Excuse me. I'm going to drink some water. Hello, everybody. So camera 2 is a Sony FS5. I think it's set to 1080-30 right now. For some reason, it wasn't outputting and being accepted by OBS in the other settings, so I feel like I have to change some things up. But we're shooting through a 9mm Laowa lens. It's f2.8. It's a really, really wide-angle lens. We're, I think, actually zoomed in a little bit, but that's using center scan zoom, so we're cutting into the image just a little tiny bit. We're also up on a jib, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I think this shot's kind of interesting. It's the idea is to showcase the podcast table. We're gonna have some guests here at some points, and they're going to be joining us for some chats. We're gonna be talking about media stuff and production and just being creative in general. Should be a fun time. Thank you for joining us, viewers. If you can let me know what my mic sounds like in the comments, I would really appreciate that. Doing a bit of a test of this Pixel wireless thing. The idea is I can then walk around and kind of be free like this to talk to you guys while we also have, eventually we're going to have a podcast set up, and then we can route this accordingly when people are sitting down. When I'm walking around and presenting things and setting stuff up, I'll be talking through this microphone. So yeah, let me know in the comments what it sounds like. I'm very curious. Um, okay, so that is our camera 2. The interesting part, the thing that I like about it is we can do stuff like this. I'm going to step out of frame for a second because I'm actually going to operate the camera. But we can not only jib, because it's on a big weight, but it's also on a motorized arm. So we can turn and tilt and do shots accordingly. And I have the hand grip down below, so we can zoom in on people, autofocus. No, actually, sorry. This lens is manual focus. I misspoke. I have another lens that we can use autofocus and power zoom and stuff like that and get a lot closer on subjects. But this one for now is it's a pretty good option, you know? All right, so we're going to, that is full wide on this lens. We're going to raise this back up, get our shot again. There we go. And I can adjust the speed on this thing too. This is a VidPro motorized pan tilt head, I believe it's called. Yeah, so you can set it, that is as slow as it goes, up and down. And then it goes up to this speed. So we can whip around pretty well. All right, we're going to adjust that just a little bit. Make sure we can get everyone in shot. All righty. I'll be back here. Sweet. Okay. So we're going to test out this, this next shot. The idea is when we have everyone kind of sitting around here, if I'm sitting in this position, no one's going to be able to see me. I'm going to be facing away. So every now and then, it's like, say I'm presenting something or we're talking about a story. At least for now, I can switch to camera 3. Just press the button. There's that delay. Oh, camera 3 is currently turned off, so I'm going to wake it back up. Here we go. There's camera 3. Okay, so camera 3 has a half-hour sleep delay. It's an A6500 sitting up on a Gorilla Pod on my C-stand on my desk. I eventually want to get it into a better place, but I also need some better lighting around here, as you can tell. The idea is to put a big, just kind of a ball softbox up at some point, maybe right over the head of the last person, the furthest person away. That will bathe us all in some nice daylight and hopefully brighten this room up a little bit. But yeah, we have great lighting for a basement already, which, as you can tell, that's the main reason why this is such a good place to stream. Having more light just gives you it improves the capabilities of any camera that you're working with. It's going to make it easier for it to do what it's trying to do. Most of these cameras are at ISO, like I think that one's at 160, whatever. But they're shooting with lenses that have extremely wide apertures, f1.4. These are the Sigma Contemporary series lenses, and those have really, really wide apertures. They're not stabilized in any way, though. So like the A6400 that I have on my desk doesn't have stabilization in it. So I don't typically do a lot of handheld stuff with these lenses. If I throw on the this one, if I throw on the 18 to 55 or 18 to 105, sorry, f4G lens from Sony, this has OSS, which means it's internally stabilized. So that will smooth out the motion in that A6400 for me, which is really nice. The A6500 that you're currently looking at, I can set the focal length of the lens within steady shot, and then actually get stabilization within the camera itself using the IBIS, which is really fantastic. At some point, we might use this camera for some handheld stuff. Gonna drink some water again. A little ASMR there for you. We might be able to use that for some handheld stuff. I think it'd be cool to sort of have a roving camera. Maybe someone will operate cameras behind the scenes. Who knows? Maybe I'll be operating that camera at some point. But yeah, we're gonna warm this space up with a little bit of light. As you can tell, I'm a bit blue from this. This is the GVM RGB light panel that I have up there. It's casting some blue light on the ceiling, as you can see, but that's bouncing a little bit too much in this spot. So I got to figure out a way to light this better. But yeah, that all comes with time. We'll find a way to feed this podcast setup into these cameras. I have the Scarlett running right there. I think just a simple XLR out would work pretty well. Maybe 2/4 inch into a single XLR, if that's possible. I'm not sure if they have combo cables like that, but I seem to think they do. There's a lot of things like that out there. So let's go back to our second camera, which is going to be up top here, and we're going to test this delay again. If anyone's watching, I would love to hear your thoughts on if this is usable or if it's just way too much time in between shots. I'm going to hit this in 3, 2, 1. Hello there. We're back. Okay. I personally think that that's a little bit too long. If it's actually showing up on your end the way that I'm seeing it, then it's a little bit intense. Okay. Let's go back to camera 1. Let's check and see what's on the list. All right. Okay. Checking the list. That's what I was doing. Okay. So, I like the capabilities with this this note. I've been noticing that so I apologize if I'm holding that in front of my face, but it is a really easy way to keep notes and keep your to-do list going for the day. So I'm working on the lavalier test right now. I'm really curious to hear how this sounds. Also, I kicked up the bit rate on my video, so hopefully it's shooting. Jeez, focus on. Hopefully it's focusing on my actual. No, I kicked up the bit rate on the video, so hopefully it's looking good. My frame rate seems to be holding steady, but my bit rate doesn't seem to be constant. I'm thinking I might have to dip it down a little bit, maybe like 2500 like I had it before, and it'll start to look good again. I bumped it up to about 5000, which is 500 megabits per second, if I'm not mistaken, because it's kilobits per second on OBS. So we'll see what the stream looks like. Hopefully it's not jumping all over the place, but I don't plan on staying on very long today. We've got some stuff to do, and I have to get ready for the elections tonight. You know what they say about that. Okay, so podcast setup. I'm going to work on finishing that. I think the multicam test, the lavalier test, and the jib/vid pro test are successfully concluded. I do want to jump on. I'm going to. I'm not sure if I have to. I feel like I have to end the stream here because I'm on OBS on my computer. But I want to test streaming from the Note 10. I have a handheld gimbal that's really easy to just clip the phone in and pop it out. and I want to start streaming with that and start doing some production stuff there. I feel like that's a really good option for run and gun type streams where you just let it go. It's got a little tripod. You can set it down. The battery lasts for a long, long time, especially when it's just holding this little phone. And it would even be strong enough. It's the Zhiyun M2, so it would theoretically be strong enough to hold this and some Moment lenses, which are coming in the mail. I'm so excited for those to arrive. I can't wait. Got it. Okay, so we're doing the podcast setup and a mobile test first. Let's go check that out. Save that note. Alrighty. Here we go. Podcast setup is going to need camera 2. So I'll see you over there. See you in a second. Hello, everyone. All right, so I'm working on a podcast setup over here. Don't need this. I gotta get these mics all routed. Each one of them requires phantom power. So I've got these kind of colorful cables. The idea, is to help me keep track of whose mic is whose. Okay, so our mic to the left here this will be our blue mic. Excuse me. All right, that'll be our blue mic. We'll do a yellow one. I feel like I had some like reds and other colors in here. Ah, yeah, here we go. There's an orange, sort of red. These things. Whoop. All right, we're dragging cables over here. Pull this out and a pair of headphones. Alrighty, red's gonna be all the way over here. Each one of these has a little cable tie attached to it. It'll help our cables stay organized. And I could never really find a good place to put the tie on these things. So I'd always end up putting it underneath the springs. That kind of helps keep it down a little bit. Keeps it tight. And each one of these is going to go under the table, get looped into a mixer that's right there. I'll have an H6, Zoom H6 that has everything going into it. That will be going directly into my laptop. And those, that's how I'm going to phantom power all the mics. So I'll have to keep my laptop plugged in. But with just the laptop, I'm powering an entire podcast setup. I've got a mixer in my actual setup. I can do everything in Audition as I'm recording. It's really, really easy to do a whole lot with very little. And then, like I talked about last time, these microphones. Here we go. Here we go. RGB. What do you know? Sweet. I like it. Okay. Dumb, I know, but come on. All right. So let's get this set up. There we go. These little arms, if I'm not mistaken, they're also from Newer. That company's got some good stuff. Like if you pick the right items from them, you can get inexpensive equipment for that. Well, you can get inexpensive equipment that lasts longer than it should. Like a lot of this stuff, it's like you gotta know how to use it and know what its vulnerabilities are and where it could possibly like fail. But as long as you're aware of that and you're honest with yourself, with this camera rig isn't gonna take a 30-pound head, but it will handle your phone. It'll handle your mirrorless, your little tiny camera, like just fine. It'll do a great job of that stuff. All right, so we run this through here, and then the idea is we can raise and lower this desk as necessary. We can have standing conversations, which is pretty cool. I think if people start to get tired, we can wake it all up and take a little stand for a minute there. Two. And then here's 3. I already have mine rigged up over there. I'll be using the arm that I have set up for, you can kind of see it poking in right here. Have this arm set up for the podcast setup, but now that I have this, I might not even need to use that there. Then I could use that little Best FU microphone just as, yeah, actually there we go. We'll use that microphone for the mobile setup. That'll give it a little bit more directional capabilities, and I know that microphone it sounds pretty damn good already. So like, why mess with a good thing? Alrighty, we're getting there. What time is it? 10:41, almost 11 o'clock. I gotta get ready soon, but I think this is working out so far. So no, let's take this down. We don't even need this. Boom. Boom. And then I have my headphone extender back. Ah, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, this is one of my favorite parts about film and video setups and doing all this stuff is you get to kind of customize. You get to customize, recustomize, take things apart, use them for alternate purposes. Like there's endless amounts of customization here. You know, you can continually find better ways of doing things and more efficient ways of setting up X, Y, and Z. It's a tinkerer's dream is what it is. Let's get this on here. So I've got the SM7B here. Not sure if it's focused that close. Here, let's see. Let's see what I can do for you. Whoa. Oh, that's way too close. Holy beans. Okay, so this is the SM7B. I think it's, wow, even closer than that. You serious? E SM, where is it? There, it's upside down. I'm good at this, I swear. Okay, there we go. Sure, SM7B. Beautiful. It's a great mic. I think you can get them for about $400 or $500 now. I got this thing years ago when I was working and living with a metal band out in Victoria, BC, and that was interesting. We got a good mic, that's for sure. So yeah, this thing's been a handy addition for years. Great for voiceovers and like real, like catching bassy lows. Oh yeah. Alrighty. The thing is, the mount is really weird for the microphone. I wish it was on the actual mic itself, but it kind of sits in this awkward position. So basically, now what I have to do... Also, I run this thing through a CL1 mic activator called a cloud lifter. Gives it, I think, 20 decibels of passive boost, which is nice. Oh, I don't have enough. Gotcha. All right. Okay, so we're going to do this. And then we're going to do this. Sure, let's just do it here. Okay. All right, so that mic is set up. Now, you know what? I did this wrong. I just realized the whole point is to be able to tell at the board, at your actual plugins, which mic is which. So these cables back here, I should have the colored ones going to me. I mean, it's an easy enough fix, but like, I just got to redo what I just did. All right, let's get this done. And these microphones, they are MXL 990s. I got the midnight black ones because they were only $66 on Amazon. It's great. So, nope. Here we go. Okay. Still keeping the RGB pattern. Don't worry. So, I recently moved into this setup. I haven't been using it very long, and I obviously am just setting up the microphones and all that stuff for the podcast. But I've got some guests lined up. One of them is a rapper from northeastern PA. His name is Nate Williams. He does some awesome production and rap, and just all around like a really awesome dude. I love working with him. He's very, very creative, very talented, and easy to work with too, which is a nice thing. Just why it blows my mind that he gets so much beef online. You know, like I guess that's just part of the rap game, but I don't really know how to. I come from metal. I don't know what that's about. So yeah, he'll be on. We'll be talking to Ashley more. You met her the other day. I think that was the last podcast. She showed off her cross stitch. Go back and check that out if you haven't. She's doing a really, really cool Pokemon cross stitch. If you are into that thing, it's definitely worth checking out. She's been working on it for a while, and she's getting it done as a Christmas present. Should be pretty cool. Here we are. Let's get this up here. High grade, low noise. Make sure our microphone's still working. There, we're good. All right, so if anyone is watching, I would love some comments on whether this microphone is working and how it sounds. I want some feedback. If you're watching from a link on Facebook to a past recording of this, comment on that link. Go back and leave a little. Hey, your mic sucks, or whatever. Tell me what you think. Just let me know. Let me know. All right, we got that. And let's flip this last one. Okay. So the MXL 990s are phantom powered. They are plus 48 volts phantom powered. They're condenser mics, and that means they sound really good. That's not what condenser mics means. Basically, it's about the pattern of the mic and also the fact that it needs power. So you're getting like a little bit more response on the low end, if I'm not mistaken. Like it's a little bit. I don't know. I don't really know the difference there. You know what? I know who would know. I've got some people I would love to chat with on a podcast. I work with them at PBS in the sound department. Won't shout out any names yet, but I'll have to talk to them and see what they think. I think that would be a great episode. Chat some microphones, some gear, do some things like that. Here we are. We got our RGB little setup down there. I'm happy with that. I like it. Want to hide these underneath as much as possible. Also, take frequent sips of water. I hope you heard all that. Okay. No, let's put this up here. I feel like it's going to fall there. I just feel like it's going to fall there. Mic extension cable. Alrighty, this goes in our sound kit. That would have been nice to have. Okay, now where did we put that that mic? Here we are. Okay, so this thing, how would I mount this to my M2 or my cell phone? Interesting. No idea, but we're going to leave that on the desk for later. Let's finish this setup. We also have a headphone mixer so that people can hear themselves beforehand. And the idea is if we're doing something that requires audio as well, if we're routing it through something where we can't play it out loud because it would mess with the mics, then everyone can hear it through their headphones. Ooh. Nice cable. That's something I feel like people don't talk enough about. Buying high quality cables like Mogami speaker cables or Mogami XLRs and quarter-inch cables. I obviously don't have them here. I should be one to speak in that regard. But things like high-speed data cables, like using a USB 3 cable for a USB 3 device, using a high-speed 4K HDMI cable when you're trying to send a 4K HDMI signal to your TV. It's not your TV's broken, it's that your cable just isn't quite fast enough. Alright, so these are all HDMI and USB cables. We don't need those. Add those to our cable pile. Oh, there's one kicking around over here too. Hooey! Leg day at the gym the other day, so I'm a little stiff still. Here we go. Alright. So these microphones, these headphones are nothing to write home about. They're nothing crazy. They're JVCs. They're probably 15, 20 bucks a pair. But they provide audio. They provide a little bit of isolation so you can hear yourself decently enough. Which, in this situation, that's all we need. That works. Do that. And stick that under. Didn't even grab the plug. There we go. Put that with that one. This is my big wind muff for the SM7B. I think it's done some great recordings. Wonder if there's a library somewhere of like recordings with certain mics. That'd be kind of cool. Getting to compare and contrast directly by mic type. Here we go. Last set of headphones. Mine are over at the desk. I don't really need them over there now, I guess, but yeah, you know what? Let's get it all done. Let's get it all set up. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to accomplish things, trying to get things done. Things done, baby. Okay. No comments on the stream yet. Headphones. Down here. Oh, they weren't even as tangled as I thought they would be. Good old me, taking care of future me. You know what? I might have to put the cloud lifter up on top. I was trying to hide it below, keep it all sleek and whatnot. Yeah. But I think I need the extra room. For this. And this. Make them all uniform. Come on. Someone's actually been watching me Velcro for the past however long. Apologize. Point of this is to be an AMA. People can ask me anything, and I will respond to their questions. Hopefully they're in regards to photo, video, graphics, web, all kinds of design-related stuff, and media production online. That is what I do. That is the thing that I do. And primarily work at PBS. I'm a freelancer. But I have several clients throughout the Lehigh Valley that I work for, small businesses and creators, artists, bands, studios, things like that. So we do some interesting collaborations, and I'll be going there and visiting them soon, which is exactly why I want to set up. Oh, that's crazy. It's exactly why I want to set up a mobile little live streaming rig. Had a little brain fart there. Not a big deal. So I'm going to hop on my phone really quick. We're going to go back to camera one. We'll sit at my desk for a minute. We'll chat. Might need the remote and a water. All right, we are back. Whew. We're good. Okay, so I'm gonna try and set up my phone, see if we can get that that live stream working there. It would be sweet. It would be sweet if I can get the Note 10 Plus, which has a very nice camera, I should say. Get that to work with streaming. I know that through the Twitch app it's possible, but I'm not sure the quality, and I want to test that out before we do anything crazy. Let's see if we can get the app up. Here we go. Okay, dashboard. That would be crazy if you could just add like a mobile device as an extra camera. If that was possible, I would lose my mind. Okay, enable camera, enable microphone, allow, welcome to mobile streaming. Okay, save stream, stay safe. Huh, but I'm already in a stream. I don't understand. Okay, so it's gonna have me title my stream. You know what? I think this is gonna make me do a completely separate stream. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna check my list, see if there's anything else that we're gonna talk about on the stream first. That's what I'm going to do. Here we are. Oh, here we are. All right, podcast setup. Whoa, whoa. We just have that mobile test left over. All righty. Let's get it done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this stream. I'm going to switch out my body pack for that camera mic. I might end up using this Pixel body pack. If you like it better, I can use the Pixel body pack with the live streaming setup and with this camera. So that can kind of just be the standard. This is our microphone from now on, and we can even add people on since I have another body pack. If I'm not mistaken, you can get multiples of these, but even if I can't get multiples of these, I can get another set that has its own two with it. So theoretically, we can have up to four body packs. They would all be going in to two channels. So 2 would mix down to 1, and 3 and 4 would mix down to number 2. So it would be kind of like a little bit hard to mix and keep separate, but I think it might be worth it for some mobile situations. We can always have people muting and unmuting their body packs. We can just have them be trained in how to use those a little better. So yeah, we're going to get on a mobile test soon. I will be back, and hopefully we will have some people commenting and letting us know what they think. If not, if you're watching a recorded version of this, I appreciate you watching this long and sticking with us. Um, there are links down below for our social media and for our, I believe, for our website. There should be one for our website if there isn't, and I'll put that up there soon. Um, so yeah, go check out those links. We'll be adding these streams to YouTube, and hopefully kind of building some community there. And we want to get our community here and there all meshed together and interconnected, because we'll be doing some live streams that are on both platforms. But sometimes there might be situations where we can only use one platform, or one platform might be more beneficial to use than the other. So we'll be kind of directing our content towards those. So definitely go check those out. Check out our Instagram. I'll be adding some new content to there soon. I've just been crazy busy with like 5 different projects, but that's all in preparation for this show that I feel like we're going to be working on. We have Harley Newman that we're going to be introducing you to very soon. We have a variety of artists and creators in the Valley that we're going to be talking to. We have a studio that we're going to be visiting. There's gigs with PBS that we might end up being included on. It would be really cool if we could do some work with them, but we'll see how they feel about it. These are all just prospects that we have for the future, so we're going to kind of just go as we can. This will be like a live diary of work that I'm doing, behind the scenes of little production tests and weird things like that Vid Pro head on a jib and all that madness. You know what? I might pull this camera off. I'll see if I can undo this camera, and I'll show you this jib, because it's crazy. It looks ridiculous. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna. Yeah. Just give me 1 second. All right. There we go. Okay, so that will work. Okay, so we're going to switch to camera 3. That's our light. Oh, sorry, that was very bright. So this is our rig. I guess I don't have steady shot enabled right now. Let's turn down our ISO a little bit. All right, that's where we want it. You know, I'm going to pull up the menu here, and let's see if I can turn on. Steady shot is off. Turn steady shot on. This is a, yep, that is the correct lens. There we go. Look at that. Okay, so that is the VidPro head on our gimbal. It's a motorized head, so it's not quite a gimbal. It doesn't quite keep it balanced. It just allows you to change the orientation via remote. The remote cables go all the way down to the newer arm. The arm goes down. There's all the cables tied up there. There's the controller attached to it. I have an Atomos hooked up to it now because I thought I would need a monitor to see, but using the monitor on the actual camera is easier. And then this is all on top of that Kier BV25HL, I think it is, tripod. I added some aftermarket weights, so I have an extra 5 pounds on the back of the jib. That just helps balance out this whole system. And I'm gonna have to take the Atomos off, but right now it's acting as a counterbalance. But yeah, altogether it's a pretty solid setup. I'm going to switch over to that camera right now after looking at that image of dogs. Oh, okay. There we go. All right. That's all fixed up. Okay, so that's really all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. I'm going to be back in a moment with a little mobile stream. We'll see how that works. I have to go get the gimbal. I think it's in my car right now. Hopefully it's not frozen solid. But yeah, I'll be prepping for the elections tonight. I'll be working with PBS. That should be interesting. Definitely tune in if you're local. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.